Good afternoon. I'm sorry I'm not able to join you in person, but I hope you've had a productive day and enjoyed the opportunity to come together to celebrate your successes. In this last slot of the day, I'd like to talk to you about three things: how the important work you're doing relates to the Scottish Government policy, challenges and opportunities, and finally, achievements and the empty homes audit. Now, on Scottish Government policy, so on to number one, Housing to 2040 sets out a vision for housing in Scotland to 2040 and a route map to get there. It aims to deliver ambition for everyone to have a safe, good, affordable and quality home that meets their needs in the place they want to be. The work you're all doing is fundamental in helping to achieve this. The strategy sets out the range of actions we are taking to make use of our existing stock, best use of our existing stock, including the empty homes audit. But more on that later, as I'd like to touch on some important policy developments right now. On acquisitions, we will invest more than £500 million in affordable homes across Scotland next year, and we remain focused on delivering 110,000 affordable homes by 2032, of which 10% will be in rural and island areas. Homelessness is an issue we are all too aware of, and the statistics released earlier this week show the extent of the challenges we face. Scotland continues to have the strongest rights anywhere in the UK for anyone who becomes homeless. But we are determined that no one need become homeless in the first place and want to ensure people can stay in their homes. Last year, the Temporary Accommodation Task and Finish Group identified the importance of bringing empty homes back into use. In response, we have said that we will invest at least £60 million this year through the Affordable Housing Supply Programme to support a national acquisition programme. I'm pleased to see the Scottish Empty Homes Partnership reporting that 16 councils are buying back empty homes. I want to see all councils and registered social landlords taking advantage of this opportunity to increase their supply. I know so many of you in the room have a valuable role to play in identifying these homes. Now, I want to turn on to the second development, and that's rural housing. Most of you will know that the Rural and Island Housing Action Plan was launched in October. It recognises that alongside the delivery of new homes for rural and island communities, existing housing is a key part of our approach. In these areas, we know that every empty home brought back into use can make a big difference to the sustainability of the community. I'd like to highlight some examples that you've already heard about today that's helping to do just that. TIG is working collaboratively with the Partnership and Western Isles Council on a project to tackle the issue of empty homes in the Outer Hebrides. The homes purchased will be refurbished and made available to members of the community for social rent, mid-market and rent to buy. And in Argyll and Bute, a partnership with the Argyll and Bute Council and Argyll and Bute Health and Social Care Partnership is progressing that will see empty homes being brought back into use to help provide affordable homes for health and social care workers across the region. I'm also looking forward to seeing the next project with the Community Impact Initiative coming to fruition in Dundee, where there will be identified opportunities to bring empty homes back into use through community regeneration while supporting people to improve their well-being and learn new skills. All wonderful examples of partnership working. Now, I want to move on to the challenges and opportunities. Moving on to the challenges, we know that the number of empty homes has risen and the reasons why they become and stay empty can be complex. Unlocking them takes time and skill to build these important relationships with owners. Cost pressures continue, repairs and renovations are more expensive, and resources across the public and third sectors are stretched. Homes left empty can cause blight and are a missed opportunity to provide warm, safe and secure housing at a time of great need. Tackling them is a priority, as empty homes have a role to play in addressing housing need and important issues such as depopulation and transition to net zero, to name but a few. Three overarching and defining missions of equality, opportunity and community. This is something I've been discussing with councils, and you'll have heard the panel debating this earlier on. It's vital that more homes are brought back to active use, or returned to active use. That's why I'm pleased to see a number of councils making use of the Empty Homes Framework, launched at last year's conference. Let me be clear, I want to see all councils making use of this important toolkit to deliver a strategic approach, secure political buy-in at local level and make use of the resources available. On the Empty Homes Audit, I want to move on finally to the Empty Homes Audit, which Anna Evans from Indigo House outlined this morning. I wanted to start by saying I was delighted to see such high levels of engagement within the research. I'd also like to thank you for your valuable insights, which have helped to shape a shared understanding of the progress that has been made and the challenges that lie ahead. Now, I want to talk about the progress and obviously the effectiveness of our approach. You should be rightly proud of your achievements. More than 9,000 homes brought back into use is impressive. So what's the key to success? The resounding answer has to be our network of dedicated empty homes officers. That's why it's essential that all councils recognise the benefits of this approach and bring them to the communities they serve. But there's more. Our investment of £3.2 million into the partnership approach has made a real difference. The audit highlights the importance of the partnership's work, and the findings show that a significant rise in the number of empty homes officers and homes returned to active use would not have occurred without its support and influencing role. Of course, there's always more to do, and the actions we are taking in response to the audit findings set out how we will enhance our approach. I want to update you on some of these important actions. On enforcement, local authorities across Scotland have broad compulsory purchase powers that can and are being used to acquire empty homes. Glasgow is a good example, where they are being used to great effect, and I wanted to thank them for sharing their learning and experience and expertise with their peers. I would encourage all councils to make better use of these powers. That said, we'll be modernising compulsory purchase legislation to make the system fairer, faster and more effective, starting with the establishment of the expert advisory group announced last week. We also committed to consider the justification for powers to compel the sale of empty properties in parallel too. As you will know, new powers need to be compliant with the European Convention on Human Rights and require central and local government to work together on the practical application with this in mind. I look forward to councils being part of these discussions, which we will take forward this year. And on council tax. On council tax, we have taken action so that the empty homes council tax premium no longer acts as a disincentive. From the 1st of April, prospective purchasers will benefit from a grace period if active renovations or repairs are being undertaken. Work is underway to refresh the council tax guidance. This includes making it clearer that councils have the option to use ring-fenced revenue to deliver empty homes, services, as well as affordable housing. We are also working with councils to improve the quality of council tax data. Together we are investigating a number of anomalies where there may be potential overcounting of empty homes and other errors in their categorisation. And in summing up, I'll finish as I started. Tackling empty homes is a priority, now more than ever. You should be proud of all you've achieved, but there's lots more to be done. It's essential that we seize the opportunities to innovate and work in partnership if we are to deliver on the ambitions of housing to 2040. In turn, to helping to shape our places and communities by increasing the supply of warm, safe and secure housing for those most in need. Once again, my personal thanks for the work that you've been doing. Thank you.